So we need to get back to the table and address that fact.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've said it many times that the slate book was never meant to be the last contract that we ever had. You've told and taught many persons, if we don't improve from where we are, then we're not worth our salt as a union. Taking that and really moving the ball forward is what union leaders must do. It puts us in a position to go forward and not only build on what we have, but use many of the chess pieces that were set up in the 2016 CBA for future negotiations as well. Exactly for what you said. Yes, times have changed. We must find new ways to innovate and look at. But most of all, clearly the outcry has been involve us, explain to us. And that's a style that we want to bring to this union. We want to ensure that the engagement happens, not just at a national level and in a national executive boardroom, that the engagement happens with our membership. And that only happens by us getting out there, having the conversations, answering the why, not the what, the why, and really making sure we solidify what the purpose of a union is and why we made the decisions that we did, being accountable.
Right. So the big one that always does come up is the pay, right? How do we see, or do we recognize that there is a need to address our pay? And the answer is simply yes. We absolutely understand that there's a need to address our pay. The American economic situation, the world's economic situation has changed. Our members' dollars don't go as far as they used to. And again, the slate book was never meant to be the end-all be-all. The slate book was for us to build off of. There's ideas and concepts to move that ball forward in order to get the people that we represent across all of our representative bandwidth, is be it Region X, air traffic control, our flight service specialists. All of them need to have their pay addressed to come up to the reality that we exist in right now.
So what would be some of the main, I would say, strategies? Not obviously, like you said, we can't negotiate at this table right here, but some of the things that that we would look at when we go in from a team, a Daniels-Haltom leadership style. What would we just go up and say base pay up for everyone?
Well, look, we have to recognize that when we do negotiate pay, there's a number associated to each of our lines of business, be it air traffic control, again, flight service, Region X. Are there other avenues to move pay that is not just a lump sum pay increase? Can we look at differentials, premiums? Can we look at Saturday premium pays? Can we look at things like codifying the 20% for OJTI into the collective bargaining agreement? And the answer would be, of course, we could do those things. We negotiate them, and we negotiate them based on the service that we provide to the American public in all of the vast jobs that we do for this country.
And I know on several occasions we've talked about even going a step further from the 20% OJTI. Start to talk about with the importance of training and the high fidelity simulation. Not only encouraging that, but ensuring that our members are paid for that as an OJTI. We know that the efforts that are put in the training labs in those scenarios. Also talking about, again, members being in their facilities for long periods of time for many different reasons, from employee movement to low staffing. What do 5-year increases look like? 10-year, 15-year? Maybe that begins to change over the ideas. But I think it's incumbent upon leaders to go out there and start speaking about these things, to make sure that we breathe that into the ethos, and then our members realize, A, they're heard, they're recognized, and then B, tell them the reality of what it looks like for us to get somewhere.